All right, how do I become healthy is one of the most common questions I receive from my own body after eating an entire pizza at 2 a.m. while watching true crime documentaries. And I'm not the only one suffering from this declining health epidemic. Studies show that the average person's daily step count has dropped 62% since the invention of food delivery apps, which to many sounds like the future we were promised. But the result is significantly worse health outcomes across society. This has led to a sharp uptick in people getting winded walking up a single flight of stairs, vitamin D deficiencies becoming the new normal, and you feeling like absolute garbage despite being technically alive. We need to turn the tables and equip people with daily habits that actually work to offset the impact of DoorDash, Netflix autoplay, and the general convenience of modern life that's slowly killing us. Ideally, these lessons wouldn't be taught through a screen while you're lying in bed eating chips. But let's be real, it's important to meet people where they are. The people who need health advice the most aren't exactly training for marathons, and anyone who clicked on a video about daily health habits is probably eating something they shouldn't be right now. Stop it. Put down the hot Cheetos. There are lots of reasons why people have become unhealthy in recent years. Lots of people work from home and their commute is literally 12 steps. You can have literally any food brought to your door in 30 minutes. And people have stopped doing basic things like walking to places or standing up for extended periods of time. Health is just like a muscle, and the current state of technology has allowed that muscle to completely deteriorate for hundreds of millions of people around the world. But just like muscles, health can be improved with proper routine and consistency. And just like muscles, good health can bring all the boys to the yard. Can we do a rewrite on that? Seriously, who keeps putting that in here? So there's a lot of bad health advice out there. Let's get those out of the way first. People always tell you to drink 8 glasses of water a day, and then they wonder why you're peeing every 20 minutes like some kind of broken fountain. For me, you kind of just have to choose between hydration and productivity. Some people say to do a juice cleanse to detoxify your body. Your liver and kidneys already do that for free, and drinking $80 worth of kale juice isn't going to make you a better person. It's just going to make you insufferable at brunch. So ignore that advice. Wake up at 5 a.m. every day for success. Sure, that works if you're a morning person, but if you're not, you're just going to be tired and miserable, which isn't exactly the foundation of good health. Too much margin for error. Best to avoid. Cut out all carbs, sugar, and joy from your life. All of my healthiest friends eat pizza sometimes and don't make it their entire personality when they do. So this doesn't really work unless you want to be that person at parties explaining why you can't eat the birthday cake, in which case definitely steer clear. Some people use online resources like Fitness Reddit, which has some pretty good threads and advice. The main downside, however, is that you're getting health tips from people who spend 6 hours a day arguing about the optimal protein powder on the internet. Instagram has lots of fitness influencers, but it's really just people with good genetics and ring lights trying to sell you their $200 workout program that's basically just burpees with different names. There's also channels dedicated to biohacking where people spend $10,000 on supplements and red light therapy. I've seen a bunch of it, and it's definitely pretty interesting, but I'm sure anyone who has tried to optimize their mitochondrial function mid-morning knows that it's almost impossible without coming off a little robotic. I just watched a documentary about Silicon Valley health nuts, so it's very fresh in my mind. Okay, let's debunk some myths about health. Myth number 1, I'm just not a healthy person. This is a static mindset that inherently limits your capabilities because you're not open to the fact that you can grow and change and improve. It's like when people say they have a slow metabolism. You may have one right now, but if you build muscle and move your body consistently, that can change. If you have a growth mindset and realize that with effort you can be healthier than you are today, that'll open up your world. You're not doomed by genetics or past choices. You can literally start making better decisions right now, like right this second. Stop reading and go drink some water, I'm serious. Okay, you can come back now. Myth number 2, healthy habits have to be extreme. I used to think that unless I was doing hour-long workouts and eating nothing but chicken and broccoli, I wasn't really being healthy. But the reality is small, consistent habits beat extreme temporary efforts every single time. And nobody's really achieving perfect health anyway. The all-or-nothing mentality that each of our brains creates is very irrational. And in reality, every person you think has their life together has eaten an entire sleeve of Oreos at some point this month. Kind of like that fitness influencer you follow. They also eat pizza. They just don't post about it because it doesn't fit their brand. But they're human. We're all human, except for Mark Zuckerberg. The jury's still out on that one. Myth number 3, you need a gym membership to be healthy. That wasn't so bad. Gym memberships are only necessary if you feel like health is something that requires expensive equipment and a place that smells like a locker room. In reality, you can do bodyweight exercises at home, walk outside for free, and do yoga in your living room. If your health journey stalls because you can't afford a gym, that's not failure. That's just an excuse. Health is less like a performance at an expensive fitness club and more like a series of small choices you make every single day. Also, not having a gym membership is way better than having one you never use and feeling guilty about the monthly charge. One time I signed up for a gym membership and went exactly one time. So to make myself feel better about the money, I was like, well, at least I'm supporting a local business. Oh no, it was a Planet Fitness, a massive corporate chain. I basically just donated money to a corporation for no reason. That's not supporting local businesses. That's just being financially irresponsible. Trust me. Okay, I canceled it eventually, after 6 months. I'm just gonna leave this topic. Okay, time to get into the actual 7 daily habits. But first, some common mistakes people make when trying to be healthy. Mistake number 1, trying to change everything at once. So you wake up one day and decide you're going to work out twice a day, meal prep every meal, drink a gallon of water, take 47 supplements, meditate for an hour, and go vegan. Cool. What do? Fitness influencer stuff. Nice. I love unsustainable lifestyle changes. Failure. Who actually maintains that? Trying to overhaul your entire life overnight feels productive, but it's actually just setting yourself up for burnout and failure. Most health journeys have to start pretty basic, but you can add a little sustainability into it by focusing on 1 or 2 habits at a time and actually making them stick. Don't just collect habits like Pokémon, actually implement them. If someone says they started working out, talk about how you started with just 10 minutes a day and built from there. And if you have absolutely nothing to say about gradual progress, don't just make up some story about how you transformed your life in 30 days. Bring up a related struggle, talk about what actually worked for you, or acknowledge that everyone's journey is different. Don't just say, I love extreme lifestyle changes like a weird NPC. The idea is to try while being realistic. You're not going to become a health guru overnight, but trying is a rep that gets you better and better. You have to accept that there will be setbacks and bad days, but in the end, remember that consistency beats perfection. We're all going to die anyway. Some sooner than others if they keep eating fast food for every meal, so just make some vegetables and you'll probably outlive them, okay? Just a thought. Mistake number 2, relying on motivation. If you've mentally prepared yourself to only work out when you feel motivated, you're going to have a bad time because motivation is fleeting and unreliable. Trying to wait for the perfect motivated moment to start your health journey is just waiting for a feeling while your health continues to decline. As soon as you don't feel motivated one day, you're going to skip everything because your entire system is based on emotions. Let go of motivation. Let discipline and routine take over. Build systems that work even when you feel like garbage. And know that it doesn't really matter how you feel in the moment. We're all going to die one day, some sooner than others if they never exercise. I'm serious. Just build the habit. Mistake number 3, comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to fitness influencers or that one friend who runs marathons makes you come across insecure and like you're missing the entire point of personal health. This is something much deeper than daily habits that needs to be worked on. This is a matter of self-worth. This is more about your relationship to yourself than anything. But the bottom line is if you know that you're on your own journey and someone else's progress doesn't diminish your own, then you'll put less pressure on yourself. Your health journey will inevitably go better, and you not comparing yourself makes it easier to actually enjoy the process. This is a pretty complicated concept, but a lot of this topic is covered in the book Atomic Habits, which I highly recommend. I hope you like it, or I'm okay. I'm not trying to make you like it, and I don't need you to validate my book recommendations. I just think it's good. Okay, I should probably reread that one too. All right, here are the 7 daily habits that can actually make you healthier. These aren't revolutionary. They're not going to be featured on some wellness influencer's Instagram, but they work if you actually do them consistently. And that's the key word. Consistently. Not perfectly. Consistently. Habit number 1, move your body for at least 20 minutes. Notice I didn't say work out for an hour or run a 5K or do some insane HIIT workout that makes you question your will to live. Just move, walk around your neighborhood, do some stretches. Dance to music in your kitchen like nobody's watching because hopefully nobody is watching because that would be weird. The goal here isn't to become an athlete. It's to remind your body that it's capable of movement and not just a vessel for transporting your head from the bed to the couch. Our bodies were designed to move, but modern life has turned us into sentient houseplants. 20 minutes of movement can improve your mood, boost your energy, and make you feel like a functional human being. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be Instagrammable, it just has to happen. And here's the thing, it gets easier. The first week is going to suck. You're going to feel sore and tired and wonder why you're doing this to yourself. But after a few weeks, your body adapts. It starts to crave movement. You'll actually feel worse on days you don't move. It's wild. Your body is like a dog that needs walkies, except the dog is you, and the walkies are just basic human movement. This metaphor got away from me. To make this habit stick, attach it to something you already do. After your morning coffee, go for a walk. During your lunch break, do some stretches. Before dinner, dance around like an idiot. The key is to make it so easy and automatic that you don't have to think about it. Because the moment you have to decide whether or not to do it, you've already lost. Decision fatigue is real, and your brain will always choose the path of least resistance, which is usually the couch. So remove the decision. Just do it at the same time every day until it becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. Well, I hope you brush your teeth automatically. If you have to convince yourself to brush your teeth every day, we have bigger problems to address. Habit number 2, eat at least one vegetable with every meal. I know, vegetables, how boring, how basic. But here's the thing, most people are walking around with a vegetable deficiency that would make a nutritionist weep. We've somehow created a society where eating plants is considered extreme while eating processed food for every meal is normal. That's backwards. That's insane. Vegetables have fiber, vitamins, minerals, and all the things your body actually needs to function properly. And no, the lettuce on your burger doesn't count. I see you. You're not slick. The goal isn't to become a raw vegan who only eats kale and judges everyone else's food choices. The goal is just to add more plants to your existing diet. Have some spinach with your eggs. Eat a side salad with your pizza. Add vegetables to your pasta. It's not complicated. It's just intentional. And before you say you don't like vegetables, let me stop you right there. You haven't tried vegetables prepared in every possible way. You probably just had steamed broccoli once as a kid and decided all vegetables are terrible. That's like trying one song and deciding you hate all music. Vegetables can be roasted, grilled, sautéed, air-fried, or hidden in smoothies if you're really that opposed to them. There are literally thousands of varieties and preparation methods. You can find something that doesn't make you want to cry. Here's a pro tip. Keep pre-cut vegetables in your fridge. I know that sounds stupidly simple, but convenience is everything. If you have to wash, peel, and chop vegetables every time you want to eat them, you're not going to do it. But if you can just grab a handful of baby carrots or cherry tomatoes, suddenly it's easy. And easy habits are sustainable habits. You can also do what I do and just eat vegetables first thing when you're actually hungry. When you're starving, even raw bell peppers taste good. It's science, probably. I didn't actually check, but it sounds right. Another thing, stop thinking of vegetables as a punishment or diet food. They're just food, normal food that humans have been eating for thousands of years. We've just been conditioned by food marketing to think that real food is boring and processed food is exciting. But your body doesn't care about marketing. Your body just wants nutrients so it can do body things like circulating blood and fighting off diseases and not feeling like garbage all the time. Give your body what it needs. It's the only one you get. Well, unless cloning technology advances significantly in our lifetime, but let's not count on that. Habit number 3, drink water before you drink anything else. This one seems obvious, but most people are walking around in a constant state of mild dehydration because they've replaced water with coffee, energy drinks, soda, and other beverages that don't actually hydrate you properly. Your body is like 60% water. It needs water to function. This isn't controversial. This is just biology. But somehow we've convinced ourselves that we don't need to drink plain water because it's boring. You know what else is boring? Kidney stones, headaches, fatigue, dry skin, all the fun symptoms of dehydration. Here's the habit. Before you drink your morning coffee, drink a glass of water. Before you have that afternoon soda, drink a glass of water. Before you crack open a beer after work, drink a glass of water. You can still have the other drinks. I'm not a monster, but water comes first. This does 2 things. First, it ensures you're actually getting enough water throughout the day. Second, it often reduces how much of the other stuff you drink because you're not as thirsty anymore. Turns out when you're dehydrated, you crave liquids. Wild concept. The easiest way to make this happen is to have water readily available everywhere. Keep a water bottle at your desk. Have a glass of water on your nightstand. Put water bottles in your car. Make it easier to drink water than to not drink water. And if you're one of those people who says water is boring, add some lemon or cucumber or whatever makes you feel fancy. The goal is hydration, not suffering. Although if you're the type of person who needs flavored water to stay hydrated, I'm judging you a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, a lot. But I'm still supporting your health journey, so drink your fancy water. Also, your body often confuses thirst for hunger. So before you eat a snack, try drinking water first. You might just be thirsty, and if you're still hungry after drinking water, then eat the snack. But at least you're hydrated now, see? We're all winning here except the soda companies. They're losing, and honestly good. They've had a good run. Habit number 4, get sunlight within the first hour of waking up. This one sounds like wellness influencer nonsense, but it's actually backed by science. Your circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal clock, is heavily influenced by light exposure. When you get sunlight in your eyes early in the day, it signals to your body that it's time to be awake and alert. It helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle, improves your mood, and gives you vitamin D, which most people are deficient in because we live inside like vampires now. You don't need to sunbathe for an hour. Just go outside for 10 to 15 minutes. Drink your morning coffee on your porch, take a short walk, stand in your yard and contemplate existence. Whatever works. The key is to get natural light in your eyes, not through a window, actual outdoor light. Windows filter out the wavelengths that your body needs to properly set your circadian rhythm, so you can't just sit by a window and call it good. You have to actually go outside like some kind of outdoor person. I know this is hard for people who work early or live in places where the sun doesn't rise until late. Do your best. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is significantly brighter than indoor light. Your body can still use it, and if you absolutely cannot get outside in the morning because of your schedule or location, consider getting a light therapy lamp. They're not as good as real sunlight, but they're better than nothing. Although if you're using a light therapy lamp, you should probably also evaluate your life choices that led you to needing artificial sunlight. Just a thought. The benefits of this habit compound over time. Better sleep at night, more energy during the day, improved mood, and a more regulated appetite. All from just stepping outside for a few minutes each morning. It's almost too easy, which is probably why most people don't do it. We've been conditioned to think that health has to be complicated and expensive. But sometimes it's just free sunlight, nature's original vitamin. Although technically vitamins were named after vital amines, so calling sunlight a vitamin is scientifically inaccurate, but you get the point. Go outside. Touch grass, look at the sky, be a human animal in the natural world for a brief moment before returning to your climate-controlled box. Habit number 5, have a consistent sleep schedule. I know this isn't sexy or exciting. Nobody's making inspirational Instagram posts about going to bed at the same time every night. But sleep is literally when your body repairs itself. It's when your brain processes information and consolidates memories. It's when your immune system does its best work. Chronic sleep deprivation is linked to basically every health problem you can think of. Heart disease, diabetes, obesity, depression, weakened immune system, and looking like a zombie. That last one isn't scientific, but it's true. The habit here is simple but not easy. Go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. Yes, even on weekends. I know that sounds terrible. I know you want to sleep in on Saturday, but your body doesn't know what weekends are. Your circadian rhythm doesn't take days off. When you drastically change your sleep schedule on weekends, you're essentially giving yourself jet lag. It's called social jet lag, and it makes you feel terrible. Pick a bedtime that allows for 7 to 9 hours of sleep before you need to wake up. Then stick to it. Set an alarm for when you need to start getting ready for bed, not just for when you need to wake up. Wind down for 30 minutes before your actual bedtime. No screens, no intense conversations, no watching true crime documentaries that make you paranoid, just calm, boring activities that signal to your body that sleep is coming. Read a book, take a shower, do some light stretching, stare at the wall and think about how weird existence is, whatever helps you relax. Your bedroom should be dark, cool, and quiet. Get blackout curtains if you need them. Use a fan or white noise machine if your environment is noisy. Keep the temperature around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Your body needs to cool down to fall asleep, so a cold room actually helps. And for the love of all that is holy, stop scrolling on your phone in bed. The blue light suppresses melatonin production, and the content keeps your brain engaged when it should be shutting down. Your phone is not a teddy bear. You don't need it to fall asleep. Put it across the room. Charge it somewhere else. Break the habit of reaching for it first thing in the morning and last thing at night. I know this is hard. I know you're going to resist this. Everyone does. But consistent sleep is one of the most powerful health interventions you can make. It affects everything. Your mood, your hunger, your decision-making, your immune function, your ability to handle stress. Everything. And it's free. You just have to prioritize it, which means saying no to late-night Netflix binges and social events that run too late and all the things that disrupt your sleep schedule. Is it worth it? Yes. Will your friends understand? Probably not. But you'll be well-rested and healthy while they're exhausted and sick all the time, so who's really winning? Habit number 6, practice some form of stress management daily. Stress is killing us, not metaphorically, literally. Chronic stress leads to inflammation, high blood pressure, weakened immune system, digestive issues, and a whole host of other problems that make life significantly worse. And modern life is basically designed to keep us in a constant state of low-level stress. News cycles, work deadlines, social media, traffic, bills, global pandemics, the general state of everything. It's a lot. And if you're not actively managing your stress, it's managing you badly. The habit here is to do something every single day that helps you decompress and regulate your nervous system. This could be meditation, deep breathing exercises, journaling, yoga, spending time in nature, playing with a pet, or literally anything that helps you shift out of fight or flight mode and into rest and digest mode. The specific activity doesn't matter as much as the consistency. You need a daily practice that tells your nervous system it's safe to relax. For me, it's deep breathing for 5 minutes every afternoon. That's it. Just 5 minutes of slow, intentional breathing. 4 seconds in, hold for 4 seconds, 6 seconds out. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system and counteracts the stress response. It's free, it requires no equipment, and it works. Is it as exciting as other stress management techniques? No, but it's sustainable, and that's what matters. Other people prefer meditation apps, which are great if you actually use them and don't just download them and then never open them again. Some people journal about their feelings and find that helpful. Some people go for walks in nature. Some people do progressive muscle relaxation. The point is to find something that works for you and do it every day. Not just when you're stressed, every day, because stress management is preventative, not reactive. You don't wait until you're having a breakdown to manage stress. You build daily practices that keep stress from accumulating to breakdown levels in the first place. And here's the thing nobody tells you. You have to actually give yourself permission to take time for stress management. We live in a culture that glorifies being busy and stressed. Taking time to breathe or meditate or do nothing feels lazy or self-indulgent. But it's not. It's necessary maintenance. You wouldn't feel guilty about charging your phone when the battery is low. Your body and mind need charging too. Give yourself permission to do that without guilt. Your health depends on it. And anyone who judges you for prioritizing your mental health is probably stressed out of their mind and projecting, so ignore them. Habit number 7, connect with another human being. This one might seem out of place in a health habits list, but social connection is as important to your health as diet and exercise. Loneliness and social isolation are linked to increased risk of heart disease, stroke, depression, anxiety, and premature death. Humans are social animals. We need connection, not just digital connection, real, face-to-face, actual human interaction. And no, liking someone's Instagram post doesn't count. The habit is simple. Every day, have at least one meaningful interaction with another person. This could be a phone call with a friend, a conversation with a coworker that goes beyond small talk, having dinner with your family without phones at the table, or even just chatting with a neighbor. The key is that it's genuine connection, not just transactional interaction. Asking the cashier how their day is going and actually listening to the answer counts. Texting a friend to check in counts. Sitting with your partner and talking about your day counts. This is hard for a lot of people because we've gotten out of the habit of connecting. We're all busy and tired and overstimulated. It's easier to just zone out on our phones than to engage with actual humans. But that ease comes at a cost. We're more connected than ever through technology and more lonely than ever in reality. That's not a coincidence. Digital connection is not a substitute for real connection. It's a supplement at best. Make time for people, prioritize relationships. Put your phone away when you're with others. Ask questions and actually listen to the answers. Be present. Be vulnerable. Share things about yourself. Let people in. I know that sounds terrifying to some of you, but connection requires vulnerability, and vulnerability requires courage. And the payoff is worth it. Strong social connections make you happier, healthier, and help you live longer. They provide support during hard times and amplify joy during good times. They give life meaning and purpose beyond just existing. If you're thinking you don't have time for daily social connection, you're wrong. You have time. You're just prioritizing other things. And that's okay. That's your choice. But don't pretend it's a time issue when it's actually a priority issue. We make time for what matters to us. If connection doesn't feel like it matters, that's a different problem that probably requires some self-reflection and maybe therapy. But if connection does matter to you and you're not making time for it, start now. Text someone right now. Make plans. Show up for people. Let people show up for you. Be a human among humans instead of an isolated individual consuming content alone. So there you have it. 7 daily habits that can actually improve your health. Move your body, eat vegetables, drink water, get sunlight, sleep consistently, manage stress, and connect with people. None of these are revolutionary. None of these require expensive equipment or supplements or programs. They're just basic human maintenance that we've somehow forgotten how to do because modern life has made it easier to neglect our health than to maintain it. The key to making these habits stick is to start small and build gradually. Don't try to implement all 7 at once. Pick 1 or 2 and focus on those until they become automatic. Then add another. Build slowly. Be patient with yourself. You're going to mess up. You're going to have days where you don't do any of these things. That's fine. That's human. Just get back to it the next day. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up more often than not. And remember, health isn't a destination. It's not something you achieve and then you're done. It's an ongoing practice. A series of daily choices that either move you toward health or away from it. There's no finish line. There's just today and the choices you make today. So make good ones, or don't. We're all going to die anyway. But you might as well feel decent while you're alive, just a thought.